just passed through a village called Fold now, so a little bit of local history for you. Fold's a place where probably one of the things it's famous for is where there was a big unexploded World War II bomb somewhere up there, which exploded about 10-20 years after the end of World War II. Could have been shorter or longer, I'd have to check, but it's left a massive crater up there, so there's a few footpaths and trails to walk around. There's just a big region and there's a bit of a memorial to what had happened there, so just a little bit of local history there. So I've just had to stop here and have a look at Hanbury Hill. So this is an absolute monster of a hill, Hanbury Hill. It's probably one that is too steep to do some hill reps up. It gets to a point where you're just jogging up and it's ripping away at your calves and your Achilles feels like it's going to fall off. So I tend to probably just walk up the steeper bits on that, because you're not going any slower really than just a light little jog. So if we just look up that way, it goes up towards, you can probably just make out there, the water tower. And water towers are usually the highest point in a place, that's why they put them there. So it does just climb up and up and up, and I still get shivers coming past this place from going up the hill. So needless to say, I won't be going up there this morning. I will actually be heading on a bit further and to the lesser hill that is actually called Draycott Cliff. So that puts it into a perspective a bit, that a road called Cliff is actually an easier hill to run up than Hanbury Hill there. It's time for my weekly training roundup. So we'll kick off on the Monday, which was Boxing Day. So it wasn't typically a typical week, as it was a week between Christmas and New Year. I just wanted to try and get a little bit of mileage in and just keep ticking over. But as it turned out, come under the weather with the same sort of bug that I'd had the week previous. So just kept the runs nice and easy this week. So starting with Monday, Boxing Day, I did an easy 14 miler. Getting on for a bit of a long run there at 7:55 a mile. There's a few clips there in the video. Moving on to Tuesday. So Tuesday I did a double day on Tuesday, but two sort of shorter runs I suppose. So the first one in the morning I went on the trails with Ellie and went and did 8.5 miles on the trails. Was quite muddy, which was probably why it's about 9:30 a mile rather than somewhere in the 8s if it was on the roads. But yeah, that was the Tuesday morning run. And then Tuesday evening was a run with Sam. We did 7 miles, about 7:20ish a mile. So that was like a normal run really, just a little bit shorter I suppose. So good first couple of days to the week. Was on nearly about 30 miles I think after the first couple of days with a long run and double running on the Tuesday. I then on Wednesday thought that, I'm feeling all right now, I'm going to ease back in and try a bit of an interval session. So that was the interval session that I did with Robbie. We did 6 lots of 3 minutes there. So I felt sort of all right during the session, was struggling a little bit towards the end, but then after the session from there on just felt really rough, and ended up in fact not running on Thursday and Friday because of it, so just wanted to rest up and try and get right again before running. So New Year's Eve was my next opportunity to run, so I did park run at Alveston Park Run, which is quite a quick course, one that I'd probably target either there or Long Eaton to do a PB on, so it's quite flat and fast course there. I wasn't really feeling very well again in the morning, so I did decide to hold back a little bit and just go to a sort of pace that I wasn't really sort of overexerting my breathing, because it was a bit of a chesty cough I'd got. So that was around about 6:25ish a mile, and then I kicked on a little bit on the last mile to get under 20 minutes, so ended up with about 19:50 something for that park run. Just did a 2-mile recovery afterwards, so I've signed up for a sort of an add-on on Strava, which is called Only Puns, and it's sort of for any run that I don't name within the first sort of 10 minutes, change your name from morning run, it will change it to a pun. So I've been having some fun with that over the past couple of weeks, but I will try and name all my runs if I can do, if they have got a bit of a purpose to them. And then the Sunday, so just did an easy 10 on Sunday in the afternoon. Again, felt okay on the run, but after that run got back and cold was still lingering, and it's just taking a while to get out my system really. So that wraps up the week of running there. Some stats for the whole week, so it's around about 52 miles in that week, which was very generous for a down week where I'd missed 2 runs on, but it was probably front loaded by sort of 30 miles I did by Tuesday night really. So it was a bit of a down week, only 1 light session in there as well, so a relatively easy week, and I would be looking to sort of build the intensity and mileage up in future weeks. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.